What is up, my crazy crew? Welcome back to the Fair Nugget. I'm your host, Zach. It's nice to see all you again today. And we're going to be checking out more Do Not Take This Cat Home from itch.io. I forgot who the game dev is. It is here in the description of the game, but it's alright. We're going to get right into it. And all we do, who are OGs to the channel, we appreciate you coming around and being part of the community and watching the videos. And we're going to be making a channel announcement on Christmas. We have a video going live, and I'm going to have a little I'm hoping to have a stream on Christmas Eve. So come on by and hang out with me and my boy Sage and I and Frosty, where we mess around on zombies. Yes, we have an announcement for what we're gonna be doing with the new year. I gotta figure out where I put everything. Let's get right into the cat game. Alright, we can continue. Oh wait, no. Which we back, back, back. Great. And save. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Grab. Fine. Correct load? Nope. Do not take the cat home. Surely this cat is sadly as cute as the cat is. You never take this thing home with you. You can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. Meow. You are with rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. Meow. What to do? Leave the cat. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hope up of having someone look after it if you're not willing to commit? What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back home? Crap. What if it gets attached? What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you back home and you never get away from it again? Can I see you around, I guess? You stand up the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out of the alleyway and the cat, it's almost pitiful at you. Meow meow. Ignore it! Nope. No. You need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for the both of you. You do that right and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma. You forgot that you still had to decide on what you were going to do for your day off. Go to the dog park. You decide to take a stroll in the park or something, and then the only one with walk distance nearby is the nearby dog park. You think it will make you feel better? First, you get to see a cute cat today. Now you get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. Your dog is bustling with owners and their canine companions, playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Such cuties, whatever. Like you'd want anything to do with these mangly mutts. What's wrong? You didn't think that. You decided to move on. Dogs are also dogs are oh so adorable. You want to pet every single one of them you come across. But not all owners are cool with strangers just walking up and manhandling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around the path trying to exude a welcoming aura that will beckon one of these cute doggies to you. You don't have to wait very long. Bug. You saw the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen. Scampers up to you, blocking your path. Hit the park. Yes, leave. Fuck, what's that? Leave. Leave, dogs are stupid and they all deserve. Now what? I'll think. Let's continue. Let's go back. Pick up the pup. You pick up the pup. Ha! Terrified, you drop the puppy to the ground, practically throwing it from you. You immediately feel horrible, wincing in guilt at their tiny yelp. It releases upon hitting the ground. The owner shoves you aside with a cutting glare, storms away with the puppy. I'm sorry. You call out, but they don't turn back or respond. Not that you expect them to. You deserve it. You're not feeling so great that about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. Leave the park. Good. Oh, I think. Alright, let's go back and do that again. And let's check what all these come up to. Hold on. You just barely managed to rein in the reflex to throw the puppy as far away from you as possible. With shaking hands, you quickly place the puppy on the grass and take several judged steps back. The owner seems confused by your reaction to the puppy, or you just wave at them in a daze before hastily tumbling away. You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. We should leave. What's what? It's just a puppy. There's no way I would ever do that. No, that's horrible. There's no way I would ever do that. That's disgusting. I think I'm going to be sick. There's no way I would ever do that. Yes, leave, leave, leave. Dogs are stupid. What now? Go watch a movie. Movie. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the old theater. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up by the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though, you're not exactly a fan of crowds. Nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you. More than a noisy audience. Mm, go to the old theater. You eagerly buy your ticket from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. It's barren of an trace of it's a barren of any trace of other people, and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s, maybe even the 70s. But it's what you were counting on. Just sitting back and watching, but you can't help but be concerned that everything at the concession stand might be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designated at your ticket stub. I suspect the theater your movie would be playing in is completely empty. Perfect. You pick a spot right in the middle, even counting the seats and track, taking into consideration the gap of the staircase. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. For the screen flickers on. No commercials or trailers pop up. The movie just begins. Please do shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene. But just as you're getting into the premise, the doors open behind you, momentarily casting light into the room and ruining everything you hold in a pressure set. It's a public establishment after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You try to refocus on the movie, but you sense the new presence slowly shifting around the theater before heading in your general direction. Wait. You gape in utter disbelief as the stranger shuffles the aisle, only to sit right in front of you. There's no one else here, plenty of spaces to sit. The stranger is also unusually tall. Even with the stadium-like arrangement of the seats being on a somewhat steep incline, there's completely blocking your view. You don't want to risk escalating the situation further. This whole thing is already making you uneasy. Why would they choose to sit right in front of you? Surely they know you wouldn't be able to see past them. Shaking your head with a passive-aggressive scoff in the center direction. You reluctantly pick another less perfect seat in the theater, but as you settle down, you see the stranger get up, only to once again sit down in the seat directly in front of you. You look around somewhat helplessly as if waiting for someone to silently agree with you about how odd all of this is, or at least inform you that it's all an elaborate prank. But there's no one else here with you. That's what you've always liked it, but you can't help but think that maybe it would be nice to have someone else here if it meant not being alone with this weird jerk. Confront this. You hate confrontation. You can already feel your palms starting to sweat at the idea. Your throat closing up and your body starting to shake. You've always been more of a fighter than a fighter, but you paid for this ticket. You've wanted to watch this movie for ages, and now this total stranger has ruined the entire experience for you. You're all alone in this theater. There's no one who will help you if this something goes wrong. But your anger is enough that you ignore the signs of what your body begging you to put as much distance as you can between yourself and the stranger. You end up even standing higher up on the incline. The stranger is still at least a head taller than you. The movie continues to play in the background, but you feel as if the harsh immediately falls heavily over the theater at your movement, and as if you can sense the stranger anticipating what you plan to do next. Alright. You square your shoulders and force a little bass into your voice. Hey! The effort makes your words come out more harshly than you intended, like a sudden and vicious buck, but figure they deserve it anyways. You're being a real jerk, you know that? Jake, what are you playing at, huh? Are you trying to piss me off? Sounds like all of your words is definitely. So much so that you glance at the screen only to find that the movie has paused. Your attention is ripped back to the stranger in front of you as they shift slightly, like a small animal trying desperately to anticipate the moves of a predator. You don't move an inch. You don't look away. You don't dare to blink. Instead, your eyes widen as the person's head turns, and then turns some more. Then turns back more beyond what should be possible. Neck bones crackling. To face it directly. Ah, you can't move. Glowing eyes resting above a wider, grinning mouth glaze down at you. And the stranger opens their mouth, and what comes out is something impossible to comprehend. Narua. Ah. The voice is endlessly deep and creaks like a weighty door foreboding and oddly alluring. But it also snaps you out of your terrified trance, and before you know it, you're already out the door. You run through the halls of the empty theater, heading for the exit. You feel something watching you from behind, but you're too afraid to look back. The exit is now in sight, and you sprint forward, break through the doors. You look around frantically, spot the crowded cinema across the street. People, that's what you need. Safety in numbers, all that. Without thinking, you rush into the streets when a sinking sensation crawls down your spine, compelling you to look behind you. Fuck it, we already did that one to death. Don't look behind you, don't look. Let it go. Despite your resistance, you feel your head turning to look back of its own accord. While in the middle of the street, you watch a glimpse of a grotesque looking person standing behind the glass doors of the older theater, watching intently, cradling something in their arms. Something familiar. But, beep. Glimpse is all you get as a truck speeds forward and crashes into your body. Wait, you are killed on impact and your body splatters across the road and crushed further under their heavy tires. Ending 16, poor screening arrangements. I think let's do that again. Go to the movie. Yep. Oh, theater. They sit in front. You burst out a little annoyed and a little humiliated. Are they just trying to get kicked out or something? You're wasting your time being a jerk with this jerk. You don't even know what's going on in the movie anymore. It's too weird. We just leave. Feeling uncomfortable, you decide to leave the theater, and there's still enough time left in the day to do something else. Now what? Go to the news center. You don't know why, but you don't really feel great about the idea of being alone right now. You're shying away from the movie you've been anticipating to be available on DVD or streaming. You join the long line outside the news center. By the time you reach the ticket booth, you just want to get inside. So you pick a movie at random and take a ticket from the tired-looking teenager man in the booth. The decor is chic and sleek, and the inside is bustling with people. It's not exactly what you're usually into, but it's kind of nice not being alone. Even if you feel a little lonely watching from families and groups of friends laughing amongst themselves. You'd get some popcorn, but the concessions are long, and the prices are criminal anyways. You go to the halls and follow the signs to the theater designated on your ticket before heading inside. Sigh. You sigh at the sight of absolutely crowded theater. You head towards a seat only to be told by the person next to it that it's being saved for someone. This happens a few more times before you finally manage to get yourself settled into a seat. Annoyingly ascended up to the screen. But the screen is at least visible, and if not, it's a little too close, so you grit your teeth and bear it. Lights fade out, but the chatter doesn't. The rest of the audience seems content to talk through their commercials, and even though trailers. You figure that the chatter will stop when the movie actually begins. Like it doesn't, but it doesn't get even slightly quieter as the opening scene starts to play. You say out loud, not thinking anyone would hear you anyways. That's why you avoid movie theaters like the plague. Setting the screen changes, showing the face of a black cat. Bringing me a black light. Confused murmurs fill the room, but then the cat on the screen meows. Cat on screen? Nah. The sound is strange and not at all like a cat should sound. Haunting, almost melodic, and the layer is layered as if made of multiple voices of different creatures. Creatures that would probably never say Nia. You sit in a confused, wondering why you haven't already gotten up and left to complain to the cinema staff. But then you hear it. It's scattered and dissonant at first. But among the crowd, people start to chant along with the cat on screen. Soon the entire room is chanting in perfect unison. Everyone stopped staring intently at the cat on the screen. You're feeling strangely drawn to the screen yourself, but the compulsion to stare blankly like the others isn't that strong. For now. Also, you start to notice how the corner of your eye that some of the people in your immediate vicinity are looking at you. No, they're looking outright, staring horrors into you even as they continue chanting. They don't miss a beat as they slowly begin to frown at you in blatant disapproval. The scrawls deepen as time goes on, as if they're getting impatient. Try to blend in with the crowd. Think fast, you look to the screen and begin to chant in tandem with the crowd. You hear the harshness of their collective gaze start to ebb away, and it becomes lighter once again. You release air shakily, just realizing that you'd been holding your breath earlier. You feel stuck. Surely you can't just get up and leave now. Not after whatever all that was. The people around you all seem fine now, but there's no telling if they'd get aggressive at you for even moving too much. Never mind outright getting up and leaving. You decided to let it just run its course. Hopefully someone will come along, right? Or at least turn off the film. You continue to chant along with everyone. You start to feel lightheaded, and you feel as if you could fall asleep, but your eyes don't feel heavy in the slightest. You try to look around and gauge the other's emotional state, but you can't even seem to look away from the screen. You try again, but you're still locked into the eye contact with the cat on the screen. Evening now. You attempt to physically force your line of vision away. You still your nerves, ready to throw yourself to the ground if you need to, but your body only gets as far as tensing up for a moment before completely loosening itself again, making you lay back limply into your seat. You think you should be panicking about now, but even your brain feels limp. The dots are vaguely muted, pastel pink. They're sickeningly sweet and loosely spun, like cotton candy. You like cotton candy. You shouldn't mind your dots and body being like cotton candy either. So, why get up and ruin it? It's nicer. You're more at peace than you've ever felt before in such a crowded room, still chanting you've never felt so aligned and in tune with another person. Alone! With an entire room full of complete strangers, you're not alone. When from where the person next to you starts to sink back even further in their chair, then they sink more, then more. Not like you're slouching or reclining, but more likely like they're deflating. Skin bounces up and wrinkles like fabric as if their muscles, the bones, have started to disintegrate. Their eyes dim before sinking into the sockets. The mouth, still attempting to chant, falls open over a cut-off knife. Gaping as the word ends in an awful hiss, a final weak release of air. He mused thoughtfully about whether or not you should be distressed at the sight. Even then, the blanketed Viking of peace doesn't leave you. Suddenly, from the pile of skinned clothes next to you, you see a lump moving around. You watch in a dazed fascination as the lump makes its way to the part of the skin where the head used to be. Now, from the mouth, crawled a tiny little black kitten. Yeah, nah. You can hear the familiar hissing sound around you now as their unified chants start to fade, only to be replaced with the faint murmuring of kittens. Finally, your voice is only one still chanting, still human. Alone again. You don't want that. You can't go back to that. Not again, not again, not again, please. And just then, you completely go limp. Your body feels light, but it might as well weigh several tons because you realize quite suddenly that you can't move. Not an inch. You can't shift your eyes to look around. You can't breathe. But somehow, the chant continues to creak weakly from your mouth. Ning, ning, ning. A few kittens jump forward, starts on their chairs around you, watching your sinking body, marveling as they wait for the youngest sibling to emerge from you. Dozens of glowing eyes peer down at you. And as your eyes start to cave in to the sockets of your softening skull, you manage to make out the silhouette of a familiar cat perching on the seat right in front of you. Your vision finally fades, and as that same hiss of air expels itself from your mouth, the last thing you sense is something small and alive shifting eagerly under your skin. Ending 18, happy birthday. Ah, nice. Okay. If you even risk a peek over your shoulder, you rush across the street to the newspaper. You didn't even realize that it felt like you've been surrounded by some kind of dreadful pressure. So it very suddenly vanishes, leaving you feeling more than a little shaken, but at least breathing comes easier. You think it's within best interest to You press everything that just happened. Yeah. Setting for wait. Yep. Yep. Alright, this is all gonna be the same. Try to leave the theater. This is too weird. I need to get out of here. Try to leave. This is too weird. I need to get out of here. Gathering your courage. Or perhaps putting your fear to use. You stand up, fully intend to leave the theater. When everything comes to an abrupt stop. All the chanting stops, even the cats chanting on the screen. You tense and risk a glance around the theater. They're all staring at you. Every single one of them. They're not moving, they're not even blinking. Your swallowed throat suddenly dry, even though a nervous sweat completely soaks through your clothes. You highly doubt that sitting back down will fix the situation. Your legs are shaking under the audience of unnatural intense scrutiny. But you force yourself to step forward and forward and forward until you finally reach the end of the aisle, and you feel their collective gaze even worse on the stickers. All the heads have turned uncomfortably to the left to look directly at you. The screen illuminates their faces, making clear their blank scowls. They seem even more upset than they had been minutes ago, identical frown lines digging between their eyebrows. You keep going, the heavy atmosphere becoming more and more oppressive with every step. You're so tense with anticipation that you fully expect someone to grab at you from behind. But no one does. You don't hear any of them even get up. You exit the theater holding your breath as the doors close behind you. You briskly walk through the halls, putting as much distance as possible between you and the theater full of people. Finally reaching the lobby, you just barely manage to catch yourself from falling to the floor as you gulp in a huge gasp of air. Pant, pant, pant. You expect to feel relief as you're breathing, but you feel a lingering sense of dread that only spikes once you finally notice as well as its source. You look up and your stomach sinks. Ah, no. All the people in the lobby area of the movie theater. Everyone in line at the concession stand, all of them, staring at you. And they look even angrier than the people in the theater. You don't hesitate this time. You duck your head, avoiding eye contact, and you leave the cinema. You ignore the glares of everyone in the ticket booths, in the lines leading to them. You make your way home. Whenever you dare to look up at someone on the way, you flinch at their blatant anger, fear, and disgust on their face. You think you started to hear the faint sound of a cat meowing behind you, or maybe it's a kitten. Doesn't matter, you just want to get home. You reach your front door and fumble with the keys, cowering from the look of pure hatred on your neighbor's face as he stares at you from his door. You finally get inside your apartment, lock all the doors, lock all the locks on the door, and I slide down with your back against it till you're sitting on the floor. Pant, pant, gulp, pant. You allow yourself a moment to breathe. Now home, your heartbeat calms and your fear slowly bleeds from you, leaving you feeling strangely empty. You back to the kitchen, head to your room, and slip under the covers of your bed, trying to fall asleep. Maybe it's all just a bad dream. You can fall into a fitful sleep, sure to be full of nightmares and glaring eyes. You try to ignore the ever-increasing sounds of cats meowing and yowling in the distance outside your apartment. Black sheep. Alright. I think we're gonna leave this one here. We got one, two, three new endings. So we're gonna leave this episode here. If you're enjoying the series, leave a like, comment, and maybe hit the subscribe button if you're really enjoying the community here. I'm gonna attempt to get all 40 endings, but we'll see how you guys like this series. I'm gonna do it either way. I'm gonna sit here and play through it all anyways. But let me know if you're liking it or you want us to move on to something else. By the time you see this, we've probably already done all of the rest of these this endings, and You don't like it? We'll stop at 2. You don't like it? We'll continue. Catch you all in the next one.